Hello world, I'm your favorite host Jay, and this is Say It Slow podcast. Our guest today is Peter Lisicky, the owner of the wine brand called Peter Lisicky Wine. For 3 generations, your family has been crafting exceptional wines, and you continue this legacy by blending tradition with the modern innovation approach. Your wines have gained international recognition and been imported to 5 countries: China, Hong Kong, Japan, South Korea, and Thailand. Wine critic James Suckling awarded your wine an impressive 90% rating and has been featured in prestige locations such as Michelin restaurant Man Hua in Hong Kong and the luxury hotel chain Mandarin Oriental. Most recently, your wines have been added to the menu at one of the top fine dining restaurants in Canton Tower, Guangzhou. Peter, we invite you to today not only as the fascinating individual to talk to, but also to ask you simple but yet important questions about wine, business, and passion. Thank you for joining this conversation.
Thank you, Jay, for inviting me, for having me. And thank you for the very nice introduction. When I heard it, I was like, yeah,
That's
me.
the summary. That's humble, but that's the summary of what
Actually,
could I get about your
very
business.
Good.
Yeah, it is, right? When you put it all together.
Yeah, I was impressed.
You've done a lot of things.
Christ. Yeah.
How much time it took to get to this level?
Since the idea came to my mind, realization was quite easy because I have this background from my family. So for me, it was not that difficult to do. But the thing is, it's just time and chance. I got the opportunity and I grabbed it.
You used it in the right way.
Of course, straight away. Didn't even hesitate.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there is more to go. Yeah,
Hopefully.
Yeah, there's the whole world. So, Peter, let's get straight to the business. One of the most important questions that I and a lot of people who listen to this gonna be curious about: how to define a good wine from the bad one.
Actually, it's very easy.
Surprises.
Anything what you eat or what you drink, there's only one thing: your taste. So once you drink it or eat it, you like it or you don't. So it's not like that. This wine is amazing. It's very simple. People are smart. People they feel that they like something, they go for it. If they don't like, they don't. But I had this idea for a long time that the best wine is the wine that you like the most.
That sounds interesting.
But a year ago, I've been to Daejeon. There was a wine exhibition in South Korea, and one of my friend, he's like top wine critic, and I'm happy that he's my friend too.
Wait, is that how the 90% rating came on?
No, that's another one.
Okay.
The James Suckling, he's like Jesus Christ. Do you know Steven Spielberg?
Yeah, of course. The director.
So it's not the James Suckling.
No, it's not.
But the thing is, imagine like Steven Spielberg in film industry,
Yeah.
James Suckling in wine.
Oh, okay, that level.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm the only Slovakian winemaker who got the rating, and the rating that high, 90 and more, that's like.
Look, and I actually have to tell you, it's only because of you I knew that Slovakia actually makes wine. I mean, of course I know French, Australian, Argentina, Italy, but I've never heard about Slovakia before I met you.
The thing
so
is,
you're the representative.
Basically, there's been a couple wineries already. But the thing is, usually people that are familiar with the French, Italian, Spanish wines, also New World, like Californian wines from US, and also New Zealand, very good quality. But the thing is about us, like Central European region, many people they forget because we have different classification. Our classification of the wine is based on German classification.
Can you tell us more? What is it? What is the German classification?
So basically, Germany, need to do a little bit broader concept.
Yeah, for sure.
French, Italy, Spain, they rate the wine based on the region, better the region. It comes from the mid of 19th century. French people, they started with that.
That's what we consider old world, right?
Basically, all European wines, they are old world. But the thing is, Germany, they didn't have that many colonies out there. And even if they had, they lost them quickly. So I think that's the main factor that led to the things that many people they neglect the region, like Central Europe on a wine map.
But what is this German standard you said?
So it's based on the level of sugar.
Oh.
Because in France, Italy, and Spain, it's based on the region, and in Germany, it's very. You need to also understand this because in our region, you don't have that much sun. If you have not that much sun, it means less sugar. Less sugar means less alcohol, and it comes with that. So in our region, there are 8 countries. Germany, Austria, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Hungary, Swiss, Slovenia. I don't know if I named all of them, but it doesn't matter. But the thing is, the most important is the sugar level. So higher the sugar, better the wine, basically.
Really, is that simple as it comes?
No.
Not that simple. But...
not that simple, but during
Wait,
the most important for the quality wine is the sugar during the harvest.
During the harvest, because if in this case what you're saying means that the top quality wine must be the sweetest one, but it's not like that, right?
Not necessarily. Sugar, okay, a little bit chemistry.
Yeah, sure.
So the thing is, you have high sugar when you collect the grapes. That means high sugar. Before the sugar, you got the sun. More sun, more sugar, more sugar. That sugar after fermentation turns to alcohol. So the thing is, if you have more sugar, that means you have more things
after
to
the
ferment.
fermentation.
Yeah, you got higher alcohol level. And then you can play with it. If you have lower sugar level, you cannot play with anything. It's not gonna ferment.
Is that how the cheap wine works? Is that I know that you just said that the good and bad depends on your taste. But is that because they have less sun and then less sugar, so they have less alcohol, so they add alcohol to it? Because when I tried cheap wine, it feels like the taste of alcohol is like right there. It feels like someone just add pure alcohol straight to the wine itself.
Not necessarily. There are also like champagne. Also doesn't have that much sugar, and it's still one of the best regions. So this is a little bit different concept. About the good and bad wine, I think nowadays you have a technology. I think about the whole market and production. Like today, it's very hard to make bad wine. And if you make
a bad wine, sufficient technology that they're gonna save you.
No, not necessarily. First, the original, the source, the grapes, they need to be good. If you have a good source, if you have a good grapes, it's very hard to ruin the wine. And if you ruin it, or if you want to cover that the original source, original grape is not that good, then it's like
you're just editing some.
No, not editing.
Or you're playing around with it after, right?
It's not. You have the whole chemistry around it. It's called enology. Enology is the special science about wine and winemaking and how to take care of the grapes. And basically, as I said, you have these enological additives that you can use to cover some flaws. But anyway, it's gonna fade out after half a year.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna survive for long.
So even if you have that kind of wine, but as you said, like you feel that. So as I said before, people, they are very smart. They trust their taste, and we've been evolutionary guided by our taste. We survived, so we still know what's good, what's bad.
If you say, I mean, I really like how you pointed. You're saying that, if you like it, that's your wine. That means good for you, right? If you're enjoying it. But then what about all these critics? Like, what about James Suckling? Like,
James Suckling?
Yeah.
He's a name.
How he's defining it, right? I want to understand that. I mean, where you're looking at when you're trying to define of this wine
Uh-huh.
taste is 90% or it's 100%, and when you give the wine those ratings.
Uh-huh.
Because for me it's just the smoothness of taste. I mean, I like wine,
Okay.
but again, if you ask me, I can probably tell you that this is the cheapest one and this is maybe a little bit better, but I'm not gonna tell the all the small details and aromas and everything that's in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that they are calculating, right? For them it's like a rainbow of tastes and everything. They probably have a lot of
I
qualities that
understand.
they're
I
checking this
got your
wine on.
point. The thing is, you also need to consider the first. Also, when I'm tasting the wine, first thing that overall impression, if I like it or not. But then I also look at the things how it's been made,
Hmm.
because I know in majority of the cases I have an idea how the wine has been made, and I understand the effort and what was put into the, not put in a sense of the analogical
Hmm.
stuff and chemistry, but also what amount of the hard work has been put in. So you need to look at it also like the art, because I get back to the movies. So
The house that Jack built.
what?
The house that Jack built. Are you talking about that movie?
No.
No.
In general
Oh,
about
okay, okay, okay.
in general about the movies, like for example, the people who are amateurs, they say, okay, I like the movie or I don't like the movie. Very simple. I like the
Hmm.
wine, I don't like the wine. But then if you are closer to the craft, if you, for example, if you do some shoot yourself, or if you're a director, or you studied directing or anything like that, you understand the different sphere,
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
different level, because you understand. Oh, okay, the script wise, it was very
Of
good.
complexity, exactly.
The directing was very good.
Exactly.
Actors, they were very good. And then you also do this kind of thing with wine.
It
Yeah,
reminds me that we have a very similar thing in comedy.
yeah.
You know that, of course, because when you start doing comedy,
Uh
you
huh.
also look at other comedians, and then you can see the effort
Uh
that
huh.
been put in. You can see the structure, even though sometimes people don't laugh. It's actually a very common thing that some
Uh huh.
comics, they're very famous among the crowd,
Uh
and
huh.
some comics they're famous among other comics because other comics understand how much work they put in and how complex their set
Yeah,
are. But it's just
absolutely.
some people just don't understand it, right? It's sometimes not
Absolutely,
work.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because also comedy needs to have a structure. Also, there are some rules that people need to follow. But yeah, the same thing can be applied. Like the most important at the end, like people they
Did
enjoy
they,
it
yeah,
or
did they
not.
laugh or did not,
Yeah,
or they
they
didn't?
laugh or
Yeah.
they did not.
Yeah.
But anyway, even if they laugh or not, yeah, like you can tell precisely based on the performance. Like okay, this has been done by the book, and they know how to
Hmm.
do it.
Hmm.
It just didn't, because there are different aspects.
I like how we start from defining the good wine and came to defining a good comedy.
No, because you can look at it as like as an amateur, and you can look at it as a professional, and that's the reason. Like you were asking about James Suckling, why he is where he is. So the thing is, because he get to the point that he understands both sides,
Mm.
and he just get enough followers to become famous in that particular industry. I think it's not only about James Suckling. You have these kind of
Sommeliers
professionals
and yeah.
everywhere, but not all of them they reach the level. It's like with the football players. Not
Hmm.
everybody can be Ronaldo or
Exactly,
Messi.
exactly. Some of
Yeah,
them make it to the top, and some of them just stay in the place where they feel comfortable.
yeah, utility, basic
Exactly,
utility.
exactly. We talked about the movies, and I mentioned. Have you seen the movie Jack? House that Jack built? No,
I've never
it's an
seen it.
absolutely wild movie where this. It's a scary movie where this dude is killing people and he's
Uh
trying to make made a house of the bodies. He's
huh.
literally building the house out of human bodies,
Uh huh.
and somehow during the whole movie, he's always talking about the wine and he talks about different ways of making it.
Uh
I'm gonna
huh.
tell you maybe two craziest one that I remember. You
Uh
tell me
huh.
if it's true or not, and maybe you heard something like that.
Jesus, I
So
should look it up.
he always like through the whole movie. Sometimes they even cut the scenes where they just show wine grapes and stuff like that. I have no idea why it's connected. So one of the things he was mentioning is then when the wine grapes are getting frozen,
Uh huh.
completely
Uh
frozen,
huh.
and then they're getting fermented and stuff like that.
Yes.
and the other one was absolutely wild. I'll try to describe it to you. So there's a cave, and the grapes grow in the cave.
Uh-huh.
Then the top of the cave have a hole.
Uh-huh.
And then what they're doing inside the cave on the ground, they burn some sort of a grass and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So the smoke comes out of the cave and it goes through the grapes. So the grapes have this kind of like burny,
Smokiness?
smoky taste.
So interesting. No, we have something similar in Slovakia and Czech. It's called the straw wine or the ice wine.
Mhm.
And basically, straw wine, you just put, you got the second. Usually, we have a small houses, and on a roof, you have that place under the roof where you keep the wine grapes, and then you let them to get rid of all the water. Basically, you dry the grapes to the point where they have like high levels of sugar, and then you actually make wine out of it. And that kind of wine is very precious because of the sheer amount of the resources that has been used to just keep these particular grapes. But the thing is, there could be different ways. Smokiness.
I remember you said
Uh-huh.
you just said something about that. Oh, I also see of kind of effort people
Uh-huh.
put in it, right? Do you have any examples like that? Maybe you heard something like also where people getting very creative on making wine.
Actually, yeah, I've been 2 years ago. I've been to one wine tasting in Moscow, and there's been that Romanian guy who was making a Cabernet Franc, and Cabernet Franc is a very interesting wine variety. And what hits me the most, like very specific taste of the Cabernet Franc, you can find the notes of green pepper.
Mm.
And he made that Cabernet Franc the way that the main flavor, not only the taste, but also the smell, was the green pepper.
Oh, he made it spicy.
Not necessarily spicy, but you were really smelling
The pepper.
the wine with the green pepper. And that actually took a lot of effort.
How he made it? In short.
I would love to know too. No, because there are some could be rotary because you have a tanks, and some of the tanks, they have these special like wings,
Mhm.
and they go through the whole wine in the tank to give it a little bit oxidation and release the flavors, like a juiciness, sweetness, and fruitiness of the wine. But I don't know how he exactly extracted
Oh, that's the
the
secret,
green
right?
pepper.
That's the secret.
I think either I think it could be a little bit deeper. Maybe he was growing peppers in between the lines.
Oh, and that can be affecting the
Yeah,
taste as
yeah,
well.
absolutely. So there are different things, and yeah, I was also interested, but that kind of this is very interesting. I remember that wine till this point,
Mhm.
but I would never buy it.
That's actually the thing as well, with something that
Uh-huh.
is like very extraordinary, like you can appreciate it, but is it actually have a use, right? Is it actually have an implementation?
Actually, for
Also
some
works for a
people,
lot of things.
yeah, for some people, yeah, for some people, no. Like also, you need to meet the trend and the popularity, and all, or you just need to become famous.
It is one of the ways. Before we continue,
Uh-huh.
because we drink wine at
Uh-huh.
our podcast,
Of
and I've
course.
been thinking maybe that's a great moment to fill up
It's
our glasses.
absolutely a great moment, and it's a perfect moment for a little present for you.
Thank you.
Here I have a little present.
Wow. I'm receiving
So
first gifts.
not only the first gift, this is very special, only for you.
Okay.
And this particular one, it's coming with its own passport.
Thank you. Okay. Should I open the passport first or read the note?
Oh, you can take a look, a closer look.
For Jay, one day you have the biggest podcast in China. Woo! That's great. Thank you.
Actually,
we should keep that note on our podcast here.
Absolutely. I also bring some wine that we will open. This is just for you.
Oh, this is the passport. Okay. Wow, it's actually
So
shows.
actually, you know what I do? First 100 bottles that
Yes.
are being bottled, they come with a passport.
Wow, that's I've never seen a wine passport like that. It shows like
Actually, nobody saw wine's passport.
Yeah. To the camera. I mean, I don't think they're gonna
Okay,
see anything.
we can go by page. Okay, let me go by page.
Okay.
So are we clear for the camera? So at the first page is you have a picture of the wine.
Okay. It's good if you describe it as well, because for those who are gonna listen,
It's very easy.
Okay.
You got the bottle, and you have a picture of that bottle on the first page of the passport.
That matches.
That matches.
That matches.
Then you have a list of ingredients. Now this is the wine varieties that it consists of. So this particular one is 45% Blaufränkisch. It's a blue frank. And 55% of Dornfelder. Those are two wine varieties which I like the most. And I think the blend that I make, it gives a unique balance between the body and tannins and the fruitness and juiciness. You will understand. We will get to that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's amazing.
Then the second is my company certification. Another page, you have the process.
Yeah, that's what I like the most. Yeah, where it shows how it's made.
This is the process, how it's been made. It's called the flow chart. And at the end, you have a technical sheet. It's basically like a test protocol that you have for the wine. It tells you all the elements that it consists of. And at the end, you have little QR code.
QR code, of course.
where you can check online if it's right or not.
Wow, that's
so here you go.
Let's put it in the middle.
Yeah, let's put it in the middle.
We're gonna keep it here.
And speaking about the wine, I have already one which is being chilled.
Okay.
So I can get it.
Sure. I think maybe Adam will help us to get it. Just for a second.
Sorry, Adam.
Peter is always coming with the props.
Yeah, I need a lot of props.
To get ready for everything. Wow, this is just amazing. Thank you.
So also, I have a lot of interesting props. So this I have my own.
Okay, it looks like a metal
thermometer because we need to make sure it is
it's
right
a thermometer.
Of course.
It shows the degree that the temperature, right?
Of course.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's a technology.
Many people they have a different ways.
Well, it slowly appears, right, when it's getting.
Yeah, but basically here at a certain temperature. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this is better.
No. This is between 14 to 16 degrees. I think it's the right temperature. Usually when we keep it at home in the cellar, it has around 12 degrees. So I think we are right there, right at the spot.
Okay.
And now I will take the opener. So here is the opener. Many people, they get confused with the openers.
What's confused?
How to open the wine.
Really?
Yeah. But
we have a professional.
We will do a little tutorial. Okay. I'm not gonna leave this opportunity to show you.
Okay, we're trying to teach people, so show us.
So first, you have a little knife right here. So what we will do? Yeah. So what we will do? I use the knife. And I do a little racking motion.
Okay. So cutting the peel on top.
Now, easy. I don't know why people make it so difficult.
When they're trying to tear apart the whole thing and then scratch it away. Yeah.
Because these things, they are very easy. People just like to make their lives difficult.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes there is always an easy way to open wine.
Or they are lazy to learn. Or they don't want to learn.
That can be one. Yeah.
Jesus,
If you have a habit, right? You just think that's how you should do it. You just keep doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, could be, but that's more philosophical.
Let's see how philosophical we can get after this.
I will tell you one story. I've been to Japan. I've been to Japan recently, but before I've been to Japan also. And I was meeting one of the richest ladies in Tokyo.
Okay.
And we met in Ginza.
That's quite a
And
meeting.
I was making a private tasting just for her about my wine because she heard about my wine and like, Peter, I need to have you. So she didn't tell me. Her friend, he told me, Mr. Tsuyoshi,
Tsuyoshi.
the richest Chinese in Tokyo.
Oh wow.
So Tsuyoshi, he took me for that meeting, and then I presented her with my wine, of course, introduced everything, and then she told me like, Peter, go downstairs and pick the wines. And I went downstairs.
She has like a collection and stuff.
Jesus, you cannot imagine. Like
I can't imagine.
There were wines like it starts at $2,000 to 15-ish, 17,000.
17,000 for a bottle.
Chateau Margaux, Opus. Opus was the cheapest. Opus is like a Californian wine with the French tradition. Just keep it like that. We don't go any deeper.
Okay.
And also Rothschild, like very, very good.
Wait, Rothschild, is that the Rothschilds?
Rothschilds, they also have their own wineries, and they are very popular. So the thing is, we had one Chateau Margaux, one Opus, and one Rothschild. I don't remember the vintage, but it was like 2012.
Wait, just for a second. She didn't even ask you to bring your own wine. She
Oh,
asked you
I brought mine,
you
of
brought your
course.
wine as well, but
I
she
let
also
her
asked
to
you to
taste,
choose. Okay.
and then he asked me like, Peter,
bring something from my cellar now.
You pick, you do. So I picked, and then I brought these. Like, is it okay? She said, absolutely, no problem. And then what happened? She asked me like, Peter, open it, and I was like, are you joking? No, I'm not gonna open that stuff. Never ever. And I was like, because either like a little tiny drop of the cork and the wine would be destroyed, and I didn't want to take that responsibility. And then she asked her staff to do it. So the lady, I don't know, where did she get that lady? Like she took it like this, put it on the floor.
And she did.
I don't know. Way. She just go through that thing. I don't know. It was just terrible. It was hurting me.
I can imagine.
And then she was like, and I was like, maybe I should do that.
And then she was like,
no. The lady didn't care. I cared. It's wine. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's get back to. Then you have a screw.
Okay.
The screw. This is the proper opener. Peter Lisicky opener. I put my name.
Start time to the branding things.
I put my name on everything. I have no shame. But the thing is, with the opener, I usually play this game. How many times you need to go in?
To spin it, you mean?
Yeah, to spin it. Yeah.
8.
Actually, the opener gives you a little hint.
Yeah, I try to calculate it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it cannot be 8.
Okay.
So, yeah. Basically,
I try to choose the lucky Chinese number.
Maybe 66 times.
Yeah.
The thing is, so usually the corks are about 5, 6-ish. So we go. So we just go in. Yes. Once is like 6. Once you feel you are firmly in, you go deeper.
You can go deeper.
Okay. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
And as men, we always have a tendency to go a little deeper. So at least half.
At least half deeper.
Yeah, at least half deeper.
Okay, it's slowly popping out. And
there should be no pop, but for the reason of this presentation, we need to just a little.
Okay.
For the show.
Right, just a little bit. Yeah, it was smooth.
Beautiful. So what do you need to do? You never go through the cork. That's very important. As you can
so
see.
The drops is not gonna go into the wine.
Exactly.
Why should be there no pop? Just consider not gentle, right?
It's an etiquette.
Okay.
Also, once when you go, let me taste first. It's okay.
Okay, Peter is tasting, smelling.
Jay, today is your day.
Yeah. I was waiting for it.
Today is your day.
I feel like there's a special presentation for me now.
No, I do it. I do it for everyone.
Yeah.
Because the wine deserves it. So the thing is, first you need to take a look at the color. I should introduce you what we are drinking.
Sure.
So this is Blaufränkisch Dornfelder.
Can you do it to the microphone, please?
So this is Blaufränkisch Dornfelder. It's a semi-dry red wine, vintage 2021 by Peter Lisicky. It's a wine from central Slovakian wine region, and it contains 13% alcohol. Now we get, first, usually we go with the color. So you can see the deep ruby notes. It has a very nice ruby red color with the hinges of brownish on the edges.
That's amazing.
And also look at the legs of the wine. These
is it?
legs are
Legs?
tears of the wine. So are these little tears that you see dropping.
Oh, no way.
And these tears.
Well, it looks like a wax, right? From the candle or something.
Yeah.
it looks like wax
Actually,
from the candle.
that's a very good
Wow, I
way
never
to how
noticed
to
before,
describe
actually.
it. And these legs, they give you a hint about alcohol level. So more visible, more pronounced they are, probably the alcohol level would be higher. So this is around 13. So this is decent, decent alcohol percentage. Then you get the smell. You get the hints of berries, blueberry, mulberry, a little bit of dark plum, the smokiness of the dark plum. The reason why is that so because our vineyards, they are bordering the forest. So all that fruitiness, all that taste of the black currant, mulberry, strawberry, it comes, these forest notes, they come directly straight from the forest.
It smells amazing. And I like how chilled it is. It's so fresh. So fresh.
Yeah, actually, red wine takes a lot regarding the temperature. But
and it has to be chilled, right? Because usually I think some people are not keeping it in the in the
cellar.
freezers, right? In the cellar.
I think like I don't know how other winemakers do or how other people prefer the wine. I think nothing, at least if it's not like a very old vintage, nothing can happen to the wine, especially the red wine. White is a different story, but the red wine takes a lot regarding the temperature. And regarding being chilled, I would say this: we've been always keeping the bottles in the cellar, and in the cellar we have like 12 degrees. It's like under the house you have a cellar.
Yeah, relatively cold, right?
So it's cold there. Like it doesn't matter summer, winter, the temperature stays the same. So and we drink in this way. So I think, I don't know if this is the right way or wrong way, but we've been doing like this for the generation. And our past generations, they were very smart.
Okay, yeah, they knew something, right?
They knew something
They knew something
know.
that we didn't
and
know.
They spend a lot of time out there, so they know exactly what they're doing. It's part of the tradition. They know. They've been taught. So now you can get a sip.
I'm glad I'm gonna be a part of this tradition.
First, it's like a spear of acidity, which goes through your tongue. It's very well balanced. It's medium body, and it has my signature. My signature on the wine is it has a very, very long aftertaste.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was just about to say. It has an aftertaste, exactly.
And high acidity.
And it's not comes immediately. Like when the taste goes down, then where you can feel it on your tongue, right?
So the acidity and aftertaste, a long aftertaste, is my signature move. I use it for every wine that I make. And also when you drink for the second time, you also get the notes of the dark chocolate. Yeah, let it go through. Cherry notes and dark chocolate, right there.
I think chocolate comes from a bitterness, right? Because you feel just a little bit taste of like dark chocolate. That's why you can connect it. Cherryness for sure, but the aftertaste, that's a thing.
Yeah, very long, very pronounced. And that's the signature, as I mentioned before, that I use for all of the wines that I make. Also, I have one non-alcoholic.
I remember, yeah, you showed me. We have one of the bottles.
The
Yeah.
grape juice.
And actually, great idea to put it in a wine bottle.
Come again?
I thought it's a great idea to put it in a wine bottle
Like
because it's technically a grape juice.
No, like the thing is, when we used to be a little kid, and my grandparents, they had vineyards and the winery. So the thing is, like, we are not talking plastic.
Of course.
And the thing is, I think that many people right now, if they put something so precious, because I use the same grapes that I make the wines from, I use them for making the juice. So I think it would be like a pure barbarism to put it in a plastic.
Yeah, of course, it's a great idea. It's a great idea.
But it's been around.
Bottle.
Like it's nothing new. We used to drink the juice like that when we used to be a kid, and what else you can find when you pour the juice except the bottle, like a glass bottle. But I think it deserves the glass, because glass doesn't affect the wine anyhow. Can be stored for a long time. So I think it's a perfect fit.
That's great. Really innovative. That's what I like about you and about this whole brand. That's the thing. Even for this 40 minutes, 30 minutes that we're talking, so many things that I've never, and I'm testing wine. Like I drank, obviously I'm feel shameless to talk about wine with you, but I tried a lot. And thing number one, I never saw a non-alcoholic wine. Such a simple idea in a bottle, right? Or the thing that you're saying with the aftertaste as well. Very special thing.
Actually, the thing about it's not the wine. Actually, I am not a big fan of non-alcoholic wine because I don't recognize
it. Makes sense.
I don't, actually, I think it's just the thing of the marketing. I think non-alcoholic wine has nothing to do with the wine.
No, obviously, it's for the people who don't drink, they're not gonna get the whole gist of it.
So the thing is, like you need to come up with you need to decide.
Choose your side.
Like juice, and there is nothing like non-alcoholic. No, the juice is a grape juice. It's a pure grape juice, and there can be nothing better than pure grape juice. Actually, it helps your skin, digestive system. Also. We have many ladies who are about to deliver the baby, and they have problem. They have problem with pregnancy. Milking after they deliver. And if you drink the juice, the grape juice, I'll let you drink soon too after you finish this one. But the thing is, it helps you to produce the milk again. After 2 weeks, these ladies they can. Yes, it has many health benefits. It includes. Many vitamins, including A, all the B complex vitamins. And also, I have a distributor in Hong Kong, Mr. Marcus. Marcus, he's a guy from California. He's fantastic. He's got that hype energy. He's very knowledgeable. I like the people who match my energy, especially in the sales. And Marcus, he was like amazing, and he suffers with the high blood pressure. And the thing is, he's been taking medication for a long time, but he started to drink the juice every evening, 1 cup. His blood pressure went down a lot, like 20 points. And the thing is, I also did a research because my friend, she's a cardiologist, and she told me, like, of course, the pure grape juice contains polyphenols.
Oh, right.
So, but it must be pure grape juice.
That's lowering down the sugar in your body. Exactly.
Not only the sugar, like the grapes, they have a lot of sugar. But it lowers the blood pressure. And it was like very. I also suffer with a high blood pressure, like it's genetical. But the thing is,
so it's the alcoholic one to raise it, and then non-alcoholic one to
actually, in general, if you have troubles with cholesterol and high blood pressure, the wine and the juice, like pure, like good wine and pure grape juice, it helps you a lot.
I like wine. I think it's one of the best drink, and I think it's important for people to know their drink. Because some people, when they're saying, "Oh, I'm drinking," and they're just taking everything wherever, they don't care. For me, beer, I don't know. It's too much liquid. I can get a bottle if I'm on the beach. It's hot. I like beer in the glass. I don't like those pints or whatever. Beer in the glass on the beach, yeah, beautiful. Cocktails is I never under this Long Island, Blue,
Uh-huh.
whatever, Lagoon. You're going walking around with it. I don't understand it. Wine is a conversational drink. It's something you can drink slow. It's something that gets you in the mood with the. It's rolling you up,
Hmm.
slowly, slowly, and you can get your own space. And me personally, I never have hangover after that. That's one of the best
And
things.
wine also goes with the it gives you a certain social status.
Hmm.
Like
There is something to it, yeah.
if you're a beer drinker,
You're
eh,
a dude, right? If you're a builder,
no,
you're a
not
dude.
necessarily, but it's not a thing for the high society. But that's very interesting, like how it works, like high society and the wine.
Mm.
Like I've never seen these people on the fields out there.
Oh, really?
No, no. The
But
thing
you
is,
mean that they tasting, they're talking about it, but they're not actually
no, especially
putting work
nowadays,
in it.
especially nowadays, it's very commercial. Because I remember those days when, the long story short, when I was a kid, my father especially, he took me to the vineyards. It was Friday after school. We had to go like 50 kilometers, and it was Slovakia in 90s. So the thing is, 50 kilometers is like a 2 hour trip.
Yeah.
And we needed to go to the village, and then we were working all day,
Mhm.
then whole Saturday working all day. And it was like a very hard labor outside, like, and we were just the little kids, me and my two brothers. And then the Sunday, Jesus, I was praying like, oh, I want to finish. And then we go to the church in the morning. Then we did the lunch. Yeah, rabbit for the
Mhm.
lunch, of course, because
Oh,
grandma, she was raising habits, rabbit.
rabbit.
And then I was praying like, Jesus, please, can we work again? Because my grandma, she had that thing like she need to go to the church twice on Sunday,
Why?
because there were some particular people who were coming to the church in the morning,
Hmm.
and some particular people who were
And she
coming.
was trying to avoid someone.
No,
Oh,
she wanted to meet everyone.
oh, that's her
So that's
socializing.
the thing. But the good thing is, like, it gave me the solid ground, understanding the wine. It gave me the solid ground around about winemaking, how it's
Hmm.
done, how it's made, how to take care of the vineyards. So I think it was very
Yeah, yeah,
helpful.
you know it from within, right? You know
Jesus,
it
but I
from the.
hated it. I
Yeah,
hated it.
but that's how the hard work comes. Like if you never tried it, you never know, right? That's
Actually,
this thing. You need this force, you need this pressure,
uh-huh,
to put you down, to put you in work, to get your hands dirty. How they saying?
absolutely.
Yeah, to understand how the people work actually.
Actually, those are those kind of things that you understand with an age. Like
Exactly,
I hated as a little
exactly.
kid.
Same thing with me. Yeah.
But the thing is, like Jesus, do I really want to treat my kids like that if I have them?
That's why, you heard the thing probably when people who didn't have a lot of money, right? And then they become rich and successful, that their kids are very rarely making it.
Uh huh.
Because I think this comedian, he was on stage, he was like, yeah, my kid's gonna just grow up motherfuckers. They're not gonna do anything. They have
Uh huh.
everything. Like it's me who wanted more, but they don't want anything because they have everything already, right? They don't have this pressure and this need to actually look after their growth or their success, and and try to develop themselves. So I would say, yeah, I'll definitely try to put my kids in work for sure, for
But the
sure.
thing is, also depends on your focus. Like it's very hard to judge. These things are too complex,
Yeah,
and you never
exactly.
know. And there are examples like of the people very successful and their kids they are also very
Yeah,
successful.
yeah, it's also true. It's also true. Depends on personality and stuff. There is one thing. You said that you met a lot of people who are talking about wine or
Uh
something,
huh.
and but they never actually looked. They never actually put that work into it.
Oh
Um,
no, not necessarily. Like I'm not putting such a hard work that my grandparents used to put in.
exactly. Yeah.
So the thing is, uh, I can relate, but the thing is, it depends. Also, you need to consider that nowadays we live in a society that anything can be produced in a very high quality,
Hmm.
and so
For them, there is no point
Yeah,
to.
yeah. But depends. What is your goal?
Mhm.
Depends what you want to reach or what you want to do. Everybody has a different set of goals.
What do you want to reach?
I want to be. Actually, I want to be famous, but in a good way, not a bad way.
You're in the right place.
No, the thing is, also, if you take a look at the wine, like I'm making the stuff that I 100% believe in, and I can 100% guarantee the quality. That's the reason I put my name on the label.
Mhm.
Like
That's a guarantee.
that's a guarantee. Like I'm not gonna risk to ruin my reputation if I put something else inside. Like this is a matter of
Respect.
respect, confidence. Because I know what I'm doing. People they take me I like to joke a lot,
Mhm.
but also when it comes to work ethics, like I'm straight on point. Like this needs to be done. I done it, and that's it.
Yeah, I think as I said, it's more of a just innovative approach, right? Like I think nowadays on the internet and social media, you do need to have a little bit of some viral content that going on. So you,
Actually, that's also I think it's one of the misconceptions because none of the people. No, let's put it this way. Uh, Most of my biggest clients, they don't know me from the social media. Most of them they know me from the other business that we've
Mhm.
done together, and that's probably the thing that they like me for. Not that they like me for. Like I have the combination of all necessary things. I have a good product. I have a good price for the product, and I have and I'm the man of my word. So if it will be like this, I've done it.
You promise it.
Easy.
Those are great words. Let's cheers for our success.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. So during the break, Peter gave us some non-alcoholic wine,
It's
and
a
I think
grape juice.
it's a
I
grape
need to
juice.
repeat
Okay,
myself.
okay, the grape juice.
But if it makes you happy, non-alcoholic is okay.
Oh, you don't
Non-alcoholic.
like when the non-alcoholic goes together with wine, right?
Yeah, like it's not necessary. Like, I think it's just the advertisement move.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, the grape juice. It's hard for me to call it a grape juice when I see it in the wine bottle. I guess that's why I want to call it non-alcoholic wine because I see the wine bottle there, right? But that's the marketing, right? That's how it works. You see the wine bottle, that's the wine, just no
Yeah,
alcohol.
many people they
But
got
technically, it is a grape juice.
it's just the pure
Yeah.
grape juice, just squeezed out grapes and pasteurized to keep it in the bottle. That's it. Very simple. And the thing is, yeah, many people they mistreat it like the wine. And usually, I have many clients. They buy like 10 boxes of the wine and 2 boxes of the juice, and you know how it works here in China. That they go around the table drinking with everyone. So the one my clients they have a hack. Like they let everybody to drink the wine, and then they pour in themselves juice, and they go like, "Come pay everyone."
Oh, it looks the same. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I think it's great. A lot, like especially some people they have they feel socially awkward if they need to drink something else than the wine. So this is great for the people who needs to drive, who are on some medication, or women.
Pregnant.
Yeah, so I think it's a great thing and it's very healthy. So why not?
And I have to say, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the color is just really amazing because what you're thinking about the grape juice as this purple acid, super purple acid color, the grape juice, the kind of grape juice you see in 7-Eleven or stuff like that. But this one is completely different.
Yeah, I show you the video like how it's done. I basically grab the grapes in my hands, I squeeze them out, and this is exactly the same color that you can get from the freshly squeezed out grape
Squeezed
juice.
out grape juice.
I think people they got detached from the reality. I think right now the marketing just guides
Okay,
you
took
like
over your brain, of
yeah,
course.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because grapes are blue color, purplish color,
Yeah.
and they have people they have a certain expectations, but reality
It's different.
is way different.
Yeah, that's how because we so used to this how you call it market consumption, right? So we know how products should we think we know how the products should
Mhm.
look like because the company told us how it should look like because that's how it's selling it to us. But when you see something real, it looks a little bit different. And while we're talking about the grape juice and something that is not looks like it is, what is the biggest lies that wine industry tells our consumers?
No, not necessarily the lies, but what I see a lot here, especially in China, I get all of these very cheap wines. I mean, you can find them on the internet and everything. And there's a thing that they do here, that they import the wine from, for example, from France, Italy, or Spain in a tanks, and they bottle it here in China.
Oh,
So I think this is towards the consumer. Like this is the worst thing that you can do, because they are buying the wine under impression that they are buying some foreign wine, and it's been just brought here in a tank and
in a
bottled
tank and
here.
then bottled here, which loses everything, of course.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because all the other things are made in China, the glass, the cap, the cork. So they just because import documents
Hmm.
it still needs to be connected to the country where is it originally from.
Hmm.
But I think it's a scam on the people who are drinking wine.
Yeah, because it says from France, which
Yeah, yeah.
technically, yeah, they're not telling you everything.
And I met one of these guys who are doing this, and I told them like like I can tell, like, no, you cannot tell. But
That
even
that wine was brought in a
yeah,
tank.
but even if you can tell, like, the consumer won't realize it. And like, is it something that you
Yeah,
should be
should
proud
proud of
of? Yeah,
exactly.
but and then I catch them, because like, I know how to realize, because when I do my wine, I have all the documents, including the bottling certificate.
Hmm.
So it's bottled in Slovakia. But if you ask, as a consumer, you need to dig a little bit deeper.
Hmm.
So ask your supplier or distributor or importer for the bottling certificate. If it's bottled here in China, it's not gonna get any other certificate than
But
Chinese.
you see, the thing is, for a lot of people, they who's gonna look? I'm on a date,
Uh
right?
huh.
The someone is coming to my house, right? I'm gonna have a nice night. I need to order something on Taobao on Meituan
Uh huh.
quick. I don't have time to check certificates. I need
So
it like right
so
now in
so
30 minutes.
that depends on you. Like, of course, I understand that, but you take care of your people. I mean,
Yeah.
you take care of your friends, people who are coming into your house.
Hmm.
So you want to treat them with something nice, and I think if you treat them with something nice, you want to spend a certain amount of the money to show them that you appreciate them to come into your house. And so you spend that money on the product
Hmm.
which has been made like that.
Yeah, that sounds unrespectful. Talking about the money, in short, how
Uh-huh.
does the price develops?
The price
Because
is
again,
uh-huh.
there's some I understand when we talk about Rothschilds, right? That's a
Uh-huh.
brand, that's a big name. But again, there is some wine that costs 500 kwai and there's a wine that costs 2000 kwai,
Uh-huh.
right? Both of these brands are not that, maybe they're popular in the wine industry, but they're not popular to the consumer, right? How the process of price developing works.
So the thing is, as you said, sometimes you have brands which have a set prices. It's a corporate pricing. They have a certain margins, and they decide, okay, this will be the price for this particular market, and they stick to it. But basically, it's also like demand. Yeah, it works. It's just basic economy. Like, you are selling for the maximum price that your clients
Want to buy?
are willing to pay for it. So that's basically it. And once you are not matching that, like, your sales will decline,
Decline, so
or
you have to decline the price.
you will go. No. Basically, if it declines, maybe you leave the market because it doesn't make financial sense for you. But the thing is, I also get many people, because I'm not only producing wine, I also import it to some countries by myself or through my own companies. And the thing is, I get these questions like, Peter, we need the best price, we need the best price and everything.
Best price. I give
Yeah,
you
yeah,
best
yeah,
price.
yeah, best price and everything. But the thing is, the pricing is set. You know the pricing. Like I'm a businessman too. When I'm buying something, I see the product. I see how much it costs. I see for how much I can sell it, and I know my profit. If somebody comes to me and asking me for the best price and asking me how to sell it, like maybe that's not the product for you.
Exactly.
I like to sell my wine to the people who want to buy my wine.
Which obvious, actually, right? It makes
Yeah,
sense.
it
It
makes
sounds
sense,
very obvious.
I'm not a sales teacher. Like you either know your client, you know your market, and you know your margin, or maybe you look for another job.
What will be your advice to young entrepreneurs? The biggest lesson that you've learned
Uh
that
huh.
you can share with people who are about to start their business?
You need to know what you're doing, and you need to go through everything by yourself. You need to understand all the aspects. You need to understand your margins, and then you can do. Like if you do it ad hoc, like okay, let's try or do like
Mhm.
this, and your numbers don't match, like makes no sense.
That's what we talked as well before. Like you need to know the work from within, right? You need to know
I
from the
think
point one to how it make, and you have to be there
absolutely.
on the ground as well.
I think absolutely that's the most important thing, because if you don't know, that means that you're losing money or on something.
That you're losing money on something. Yeah.
No, the thing is there's a certain process in every kind of sale,
Mhm.
in every in any kind of product. Like you have you have your input cost, you have your expected sales cost, and you need to just understand the basic mathematics, and you need to understand the product itself, how it's made, how much does it cost to produce.
Was there any big failures in your business history? Anything you can share?
Big failures related to wine, no. But
What
the
about
thing,
not related to wine?
somebody didn't pay me the money. That's
That's classy. Yeah, that's
that's
classy. Everyone who do any kind of business always have a story when someone didn't
and
pay them.
I think the wine is good for me because I control every aspect
Mhm.
till the point of sale. So there's no space for mistake, because usually people in sales, they are salespeople. They don't
Mhm.
understand every aspect, and I see that a lot when I talk to the people. I can tell straight away, like they have no idea.
Idea what they're doing. Yeah,
No, no,
exactly.
they have idea. I okay. Don't put it this way that they
I mean,
don't
they
know
have
what
that.
they are very good salespeople. They understand the margins, but they don't understand.
The whole picture.
They don't see the whole picture because they are salespeople.
Mhm.
They are trained to sell, and they get a certain script. They get a certain. Of course, they have some knowledge of the wine.
Mhm.
They have some input from the production. They understand cost, but uh, it's
Do you have any? Because it's not the first time you're talking about sales. I see that you
uh-huh,
look at it in a very interesting perspective. Do you have any? Let's say you're in negotiation table, right? You're
uh-huh.
talking to the big business. Do you have any strategies? How you look at people? Any psychological tricks? Someone touching their nose means they're lying or something
Not
like that.
necessary. The most important for me, a bit, because I also pick people who I sell to.
Hmm.
Because it's
Wait,
my
you pick people who you sell to.
yeah. For example, in Japan, like I have many importers interested to buy my wine, but I haven't made a decision yet. The thing is, because you also need to understand that you are betting on these people to promote your brand. Like this is not like trading business. Like you just get it, sell it, and wash your
Are you
hands.
done? Mm.
No, because every time I make a sale, I need to think like, okay, would it be good for my brand? because again, there's my name on it.
Mhm.
So I want these people to treat the wine, especially my wine, the same way how I treat it. That's very important for me because I expect that this will be here even if I'm passed.
But there's no funny about it. This is legacy, right?
No,
That's something
the
that
thing is,
passed to the generations,
everybody,
especially in your story, because it's
yeah,
already a family story for you.
I think this is something that I can be proud of. This wine accomplished, I accomplished the things that none of the Slovakian has accomplished before. So I'm very proud of myself. And the thing is, of course, for some Italians, French people, or Spanish people who's been doing it like I don't centuries, like wouldn't be. But for me, it's a great accomplishment. In
Yeah,
7 years, I
yeah.
build up this exporting to different countries and still growing.
Yeah, still that's how you start a century, right? Let's cheers to that
Yeah,
with
thank you.
our beautiful grape juice. Tastes good. Tastes good. I also noticed from our conversation you interacted with a lot of high class, rich people from different countries.
Yeah.
Did you feel there's a difference with the wealthiness, for example, in China or in other countries? Like how people approach, at least business.
A little bit complicated,
Okay.
but because the thing is, you never know who do you, who do you speak to.
Mm.
Like there could be people that are showing off, flashing money everywhere, and you never know. You don't
You
see
don't know who they are.
because I have another business related to investment, and you see everything.
Oh, you see the numbers, right there.
You see the numbers. Sometimes you ask the client for the extract from the personal account,
Mhm.
and I tell him, "Don't send me company account. Send me your personal account." And he's like, "What are you talking about? That's my personal account." So
There's like a phone number, right? The
and there's
digits.
been sums of the money that's okay. Okay, big businesses use that kind of amount,
Mm.
but the thing is, you never know. You never know who are you talking to. You hardly can tell. Even if people present themselves that they are rich or they have some kind of background that you think you cannot reach.
Maybe it's their sale to you, right? They trying to sell something and promote
Hard
it.
to tell. You don't
Yeah.
see the numbers. You cannot
Mm.
tell.
I'm curious if there is a way to define it, but I guess not. I guess it's yeah. If
No, the thing.
sometimes you have the vibe, you have a feeling if someone is trying to bullshit you or not, but
Uh-huh.
most of the times you never can tell. Yeah.
Even if people they're spending a lot of money, you don't know. You don't know if it's their money on company money or whatever money.
Mm. Talking about the company, the thing actually we talked before,
Mhm.
and I said I'm gonna ask you on the podcast, your company and the way how you start approaching the, I'm gonna say it wrong, Sabrage, right?
Sabrage.
Sabrage.
Yeah.
Sabrage, by the way, is the way of opening the wine with the knife or a sword, and
Yes.
it came from Napoleon.
Came from
Napoleon, the
Napoleon
French
era. Yeah,
Napoleon.
yeah.
Right. That's where I think it started. How you came to that idea?
The thing is, we used to do that. Like in my region, it's quite common.
Hmm.
Like if you have a sparkling wine, you use the sable in French.
Sable.
Sable, saber, the same. It has a French origin.
Uh-huh.
So the thing is, one summer, me and my wife, I took her back to Slovakia, and we were drinking some light things. Actually, I don't drink that much, but I like to do
You
savory.
like to open it.
Yeah, and I just did. I just bought a box of the sparkling wine,
Mhm.
started to pop it, and then another. Then all family got tired, drinking wine, so I switched to the not grape juice. It was like kids champagne.
Oh, okay.
And suddenly we
You're practicing, right?
Jesus Christ, we stockpiled like I don't know, like 40, 50 boxes, and then I told myself, okay. Let's do like this. I don't want to do advertisement for anybody else, so I will make my own.
That will be easier.
Yeah, I got the knowledge. I know how to. So I started to make my own wine, sparkling wine, and then also I started to produce these sabers for the wine, because I have that kind of philosophy. Everything what you put on the table in front of the client, you need to sell.
Okay.
No, not necessarily,
That's a good point.
but the thing is, if they ask for something, even if I have clients who are coming to Slovakia, I mean, not related to my wine business, I make sure that if we are in a restaurant, that restaurant sells my wine.
Oh, that's a nice move.
Yeah,
That's a nice
well,
move.
like I'm not gonna let them to buy other wine. Well, because the thing is, the food that they eat in the restaurant, they can buy, but they cannot import.
Imported, exactly.
Yeah, but fine, they can. So last time we had some clients coming in, and they were buying some properties in Slovakia, and I let them stay in a hotel, and I just shipped the wine in the hotel, and I told the manager like these are my VIP clients. Every time they go to the restaurant, serve them my wine, regardless what they order.
What they order, always bring the wine.
I was paying the bill, so it's okay.
That's a nice move. Yeah, that's a nice move.
No, you need to do like that, because you don't offer things to the people who cannot sell. I mean, which you cannot sell.
You cannot sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so this sable, the knife,
Of course,
the big thing,
of course.
it's also under your name and everything.
Of course.
Yeah.
And actually, I made two sabers. One is with actually the sparkling wine is called Peter Lisicky Sabrage Master, and the sable, the knife is called Peter Lisicky Sabrage Master. It has the same name.
Sabrage Master.
Actually, it comes. There's a very interesting story, because I name my knives Mount Lisicky. It's an actual mountain in Antarctica, which is called Mount Lisicky. And the thing is, my great uncle, he was a captain in the military, U.S. Navy. And in 1962, he got deployed to Antarctica. And at that time, his wife was pregnant with the firstborn that they had. And you know what happened? He took the saber and the sparkling wine to Antarctica with him to celebrate, because he knew that he was deployed for many months. So the thing that happened.
Wait, and the thing in Antarctica called under your uncle's name?
Yeah, Mount Lisicky.
Whoa!
And it's actually stated in the Library of Congress. You can see the record.
We don't have internet here, but I'll double check.
And the thing is, the story goes like this: he got deployed first, and what happened? It was December, late December. That's the only way how you can get to Antarctica, because at that time the weather conditions are the best. So he got there first, and then there were 4 other crew members on the way by the plane, and suddenly there was a huge blizzard. And they lost the connection, and they lost connection with the plane, and the last thing that they heard was SOS call from that plane. And these 4 members on the board, they got lost in the mountains in Antarctica, like completely screwed
out of the connection.
And the thing is, my great uncle, he was a hero. He finished as a Major Joseph Lisicky. And he didn't even hesitate. He went out there, hop on his, I don't know, the Antarctica tractor, and he went outside to find them. But he got lost too. Well, like every Slovak, they try to look for somebody, and they lost themselves. And the thing is, in the middle of nothing, he sees the penguin. And he thinks, okay, his way of thinking was like this. Okay, I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's a penguin. So penguin, they are very smart animals. They are attracted by two things: the sea and the heat. Because in Antarctica, they need to stick together to generate some heat.
To generate the heat.
And a penguin is something like a camel in the desert. Like a camel
They can
can
show you direction.
find the water, a penguin can find the
heat.
source of the heat. So he was following the penguin for a while, and he got that idea. Okay, maybe that penguin is on
You know
something.
something.
So he was following the penguin, and actually, that thing brought him to the crash scene.
No way.
And he saved all 4 people, no casualties, 1 person not harmed at all, 3 broken limbs, everything. But they got back to the.
Wow, that sounds absolutely crazy. The penguin helped. The penguin helped to find the
Yeah,
way.
these penguins, those creatures, they know what they're doing. And the funny thing is that they got back to the base. The connection with the wife was back on. And he just received the message like, okay, we got the firstborn. It's a son.
Wow.
And then the celebration. So he saved all the people. There was almost like a new year. He got the newborn son, like everything perfect.
It was the time to open the champagne.
And then, exactly. And then after that, in his memory, they name that mountain Mount Lisicky. And I have.
What's there?
This is Sabrage Master. This is.
So we're looking at one of the Peter Sabrages and the sables.
Yeah, this is the sable.
I don't know if we're gonna get banned for showing such a big knife on the screen.
Actually, I made it. It's dull, so it cannot
Sabrage
cut.
Master Peter Lisicky.
So it's dull. It cannot hurt anyone.
What do you mean it cannot hurt anyone?
It's dull.
It's
you
sharp
cannot cut the tip.
Oh, you cannot cut, but the tip is the tip
yeah.
is there.
It's not.
Oh yeah, I see. So for
It's
those
not-
who cannot see it, it's very thick, right?
It's not
It's very thick,
considered
yeah.
to be a cold blade. So every time I travel, it doesn't matter if it's China.
Don't tell me
South
they
Korea.
allowed this on the plane.
Of course, not on the plane. The luggage, the check-in luggage.
They checking. Oh, so you can put in the baggage.
But
right?
anyway, sometimes they ask like, "What is it?" Like,
What's going on?
like how the you can take it off. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dull.
Sometimes they ask like, "What is it?" Like it's a champagne opener. What do you mean? like
That's quite an opener, right? That sounds like an excuse.
Actually, the thing is like, once I got one customs officer. He didn't speak any English, but he suddenly started to speak. Are you kidding me? No, but then I explained to him like it's dull, it's not sharp, so it's not considered okay. I told him, ask your supervisor. Supervisor came, he checked. Yes, you are right. We cannot do anything, cannot take it from you. Yes, I knew. Thank you very much.
It reminds me, when the first time I traveled abroad, I think I was something around 16 years old. And we went to Turkey. And then me and my family and my friend, it was right after my birthday. My friend gave me a knife and he made like gravure, right? So my name and date of birth on the knife. Don't ask me why I decided to take it with me. It was just too precious. And I had no idea that you cannot take knives on the plane. So I put it right in the carry-on.
Oh, fantastic.
And then they stopped me and my whole family. And the first thing, they opened the back, right? The first thing security asked me was like, "Are you an idiot?" I was like, I didn't know.
It's a present. Like, come on.
And my dad was like, "What this? Like, what are you doing?" Yeah, so the knife got sacrificed on that night. So I can imagine what's happened when you're trying to put it.
But I got used to. Like I've been traveling with those different places. Only problem that I have when I travel by train to Beijing.
Why?
By train to Beijing, they tell me cannot. But even if I know that I'm right, because other places they let. But by the law, okay. It looks like the knife, but
it feels like a knife.
But by the definition, it's still not considered be a knife because it doesn't.
It doesn't cut, right? It doesn't cut.
That doesn't cut. It needs to be a sharp blade, even if the tip there needs to be certain angle, but yeah.
Yeah, people don't know everything about it.
Yeah, there depends, and yeah, but I don't consider it such a big problem.
Is that the time for us to use it?
Of course, Jesus Christ!
If it's already out on the table.
We've been waiting for that for a long time. Yeah?
If it's already out on the table.
We will do straight away right
Okay.
here from the seating position. We're not gonna even bother. Maybe we will finish this. Okay, I'll finish.
I'll finish already. Getting ready for something for sure.
No worries, no worries. Are we rolling?
Yeah, I think we're rolling still. We're rolling for sure.
Video of this.
I'm very curious how people who just gonna listen to this gonna feel about it. Yeah.
So here we go.
Okay, so the champagne is here.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling for sure.
I have a very special way how I open.
Okay, rolling on the hand.
This is the way how I release.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing considered to the yesterday performance that you did, but
yes. we are doing our best.
My favorite was like throw. When I say.
Thank you very much. Oh, it was my first time trying to be a comedian. Yeah. And how do I flip the knife? I recommend you to move. Yes.
For you guys to move. It's good that we're doing it in a room full of cameras.
Yeah. No worries.
That's a very good idea to do.
Camera. How do I flip it?
Whoa! Almost.
So welcome to the Peter show.
Okay.
Let's flip it.
One.
Whoa!
Nice.
Look at the bubbles. It's still smoking.
Oh, it's completely off.
Yeah, it's completely off. Like we got the saber to chop it off.
Nice. That's awesome.
And now let's enjoy.
Look, I saw how you're doing it on channels. I have no idea why your channel doesn't have the views. It's absolutely crazy, especially when you're doing the Fruit Ninja. That's the Fruit Ninja is my favorite. When you're cutting the fruits and then you're opening the wine after that.
Thank you very much. I don't know. I just don't get that. Like many people, they are asking me the same question as you do. Like, why? Why, Peter? Why you are not the most popular person on everywhere? And the thing is, I don't know. Some of my videos, they are too long. But anyway, that doesn't explain a lot of things. Maybe I need the team like yours to help me out. Because I really don't know how it works.
We're always here to help. We're also developing, growing fast. Thanks to everyone who watching us and listening on Xiaohongshu. That crowd is absolutely amazing. And I've made videos about Xiaohongshu before when the whole, I don't know if you heard about the TikTok refugees, when they banned, you haven't heard the story when the Americans banned TikTok and Americans, instead of moving to Instagram, they moved to Xiaohongshu and to the Red Book and started learning Mandarin.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. And it's still, the crowd there is supportive. It's modern, educated people who knows what actually the curious content should look like, not the, just constant scrolling bullshit that people usually watch.
Sometimes the bullshit is also okay. Like bullshit will bring you a lot of fun, like Fruit Ninja.
Yeah, exactly. That's where you get it.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, jeez.
Should you tell us what's inside of this beautiful flavor?
So this is a Sabrage Master by Peter Lisicky. The grape variety is Muscato. It's very light, very fruity. Again, high acidity with a long aftertaste. And it's just 7.5% alcohol.
Yeah, actually, I thought it feels very smooth and
very easy to drink, very refreshing, especially chilled. Like this is the thing that you take when you go out with your friends or enjoy the date with your loved one. This is the best thing to do.
Also, I feel like something on the hot day.
Yeah,
on the beach. Yeah, it's
and when you got the saber with you, you can get a little show too.
Yeah, you're gonna be the king of the place. Yeah, that's amazing. And I'm really glad that you're doing this thing. And I think if you're gonna keep doing it, people should see it. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Oh,
It's an interesting way of approaching the things that you're doing every day constantly.
and you know what? Sometimes I take a different approach. Last time when I was in Korea, I had this lovely assistant of mine, and I had an idea. Why I'm always holding the bottle?
Mhm.
Maybe she can hold the bottle and I can just chop it off from her hand. And I did, and it was like Jesus. People they were cheering. They were amazed.
I see you traveled a lot actually. How
Uh,
was South Korea?
South Korea, amazing.
The food?
Here's the thing: Koreans they love their food. Like Koreans, they are big foodies, but the level of quality of the Korean meats, like everything is good, but they really I don't know if it's just the place that I've been to, but overall, in general, Korean food very good,
Yeah,
very
yeah, I
very
heard
good.
from a lot of friends who go there that they go absolutely wild.
Uh-huh.
That's why when you're trying Korean barbecue here, you're trying the meat. The process is fun, but people told me that what you're trying
Yeah,
there is
yeah.
it's a completely different level.
Absolutely agree. Recently, I've been to Shanghai a couple of months ago,
Hmm.
and my friend he took me to the Korean barbecue, and yeah, it was okay, but
It
cannot
was
be
not the same.
compared.
It was not.
Cannot be
But
compared.
here's the thing. Actually, I'm thinking that if you take a lot of foods from other countries where they're trying to open the restaurants in foreign countries, that's never the same. If I go to the Russian restaurant here, it's just a representative, but it's not the same food, right? If you go to the
Uh-huh.
sushi bar here, it's not the same as in Japan. Never. It's like never works like that.
Actually, Korean barbecue again. It's about the original source.
Hmm.
If you have a good meat,
Yeah, with the good meat, it's easier to do.
with a good meal, everything is about ingredients.
Mm.
Like if you have a good ingredient, I get back to the wine. It's like a circle. It comes from nature. It
Mhm.
returns to the nature, and that's it. Like if it's real, no. I mean, if it's not processed, it's great. And people they know, people they feel, they're smart.
What was your first impression on Japan?
And Japan, very polite, very polite, very nice. But my personal favorite is always China.
Yeah.
Jesus, here,
Cheers to
I,
that.
I love it here.
No matter what's happening, always coming back.
No, here's the thing about China. China is a lovely country with full of amazing people, and the thing is, I travel a lot. I travel usually. I not only travel, I spend some particular amount of the time in those countries, and I always like to get back to China.
Same thing here. Same
Yeah.
thing. When I came here, I don't know if you felt it, because my plan was not even to stay here for a long time.
Uh huh.
We were studying in the university, and I was thinking maybe I get a bachelor degree and then I move somewhere else, and then life happened, and I even tried. I tried to move to Australia. I was thinking that I'm a foreigner. Should I just always stay in China? And I did move to Australia, and 2 years. That was it. I was like, this is just not even comparisons to what kind of life of efficiency, politeness, cleanness. But the efficiency is going to be number one always. How everything works like a Swiss watch. Everything works like a Swiss watch here. That's why I appreciate, and that's why I'm always coming back.
Yeah, it's a great place to be, especially related to services. I mean, the efficiency. Yeah, you called it right. Efficiency is the right name for it.
And especially
Absolutely agree.
for business, there's still a lot of opportunity.
Depends.
Depends.
Depends on which side are you.
Yeah.
So, sometimes dealing business here, it can give you some headache too.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean it's
uh,
different culture. That's we are
no,
always.
especially on which part are you? So because I'm also sometimes I'm a buyer, I'm a seller,
Mm,
and I expect the same from people who I work with. My working attitude,
mm-hmm.
and sometimes if everything's running smoothly, no problem.
Okay.
But once the problem appears, that's the issue.
Of course, yeah,
That's the
always. You
issue.
want you don't want the issues, but that's I think the part of making business that you just cannot avoid it all the time. I also felt this thing that if you're doing business in China,
Uh huh.
the young generation is so different. Like people who studied abroad and came back, the businesses that they're opening, I'm telling you, Peter, I'll show you around the city. It's
Uh huh.
absolutely amazing. It's not what been here 10 years ago at all. At all. These dudes, they know how the place, particularly I'm talking about the bars and
Uh
restaurants
huh.
for now, but even services, they know how it should look like and then bringing these ideas here. And that's where it's developing the fastest, I think, the fastest.
Actually, I would like to see because now the thing is, I'm not hanging out with a lot of people, especially because I'm still in and out. So it's hard for me to get a feel for what's going on, especially here
Mhm.
in Guangzhou. But I would be very happy to join you
Yeah,
and see
yeah.
what's going on here.
How you staying motivated when the things, as you said, not going your way?
Oh, the thing is, motivated. That's a good question. Like the thing is, what's the great thing? Outsource as many things as possible. Because outsourcing, well, even if it's maybe costly, like
Mhm,
saves you a lot of headache. And so
absolutely.
I'm trying to outsource everything as much as possible. And the thing is, because my wife, she is an artist.
Hmm.
She works in. Sometimes she's forced to work in a group of people. Jesus Christ, these people are beasts. Like sometimes I don't know because I think I'm detached
Uh-huh.
because I've never really worked in a working environment. Jesus, right after right after I graduated university, I was working for 2 months for GE, General
Mhm.
Electric, and
And it
since
was the
and since then I don't know how is it like to work with coworkers. So the thing is, but I can tell based on my wife experience.
I'm
Jesus
telling you,
Christ.
yeah. Imagine you're in the office and you're going to work on the subway and you
The,
woke up at 7 o'clock,
the
right?
thing
And
is,
then you need to dealing with those people at work. That's
no, but
where.
the thing is, but you deal different stuff. I think regardless the people who are working whatever job they're working,
Hmm.
we are still people.
Yeah, of course.
We still have same kind of problems.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like doesn't necessarily mean like everybody has kids, wives, apartment,
Yeah, if you
parents.
think about
So
it, yeah.
at the end, the issues are the same.
Hmm. Hmm.
Even the money issues. Some people they have issues. They don't have a lot of money. Some people they have issues. They have too much money.
They know what to do with it.
Everything is a problem.
Yeah.
Everything is a problem.
And everything, and the thing is that every side think
Uh,
that their problem is the biggest one, right?
of course,
Yeah,
Jesus, my
every single
problems
thing that, yeah, of
are
course,
the
the most
biggest one.
important
Yeah,
one. That's the
yeah,
most
yeah, yeah.
me. I'm here, right? That's
Absolutely. I
yeah,
think people they have two problems. Two problems. Either they don't have money or
yeah.
they have too
They have
much.
too much. Yeah, no, and it's crazy because if you think about it, some people who doesn't have money, they think that if they get a lot of money, they will definitely use it in the right way.
Uh-huh.
But I think people who have a lot of money, they actually just they have everything. They don't know where where to put the energy.
No, the thing is the same. You are, mm, y we are still people. We that doesn't matter if we are from Europe or if you are from China or anywhere else.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
of
yeah, you
course.
you have the same set of the problems. It could be differentiated by the culture, but still,
Hmm. This is what this project actually also
yeah,
about, to see that we can have different opinions, but actually we like when we start talking, and if you have a good conversation for a couple of hours, it
yeah.
comes through the same
Conclusion,
opinions, the
yeah.
same conclusions. Yeah, all the time. That's the thing. But it's good to repeat it. It's like an exercise. You're going to the gym, you're doing the same exercise, right? You might change it a little bit from here and there, but you're doing the same muscle actually. But you have to keep doing it. You cannot just train one day, right? Or for 1 week and then
Uh-huh.
just stop, right? You're still doing the same exercise, repeating those things and coming to those conclusions over and over again. So it just gets stuck in your head.
But the problem is if you're doing the wrong exercise all the
Yeah.
time.
You're doing too much of a heavy lifting. Let's cheers to that as well.
Somebody likes the wine, yeah.
Peter, do you think that hard work beats talent, or it's just something that people say to be nice and just something that makes them feel better?
Actually, really good question. I think even if you have talent, you need to practice. Because if you don't practice, like there is no outcome. There is no way how you show to other people. Anyway, if you have a talent, you need to show it off and then of course work on it. But the thing is, you can be the most talented person who's working on himself, but if nobody knows you.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, I think I repeat myself. It's also time and chance. Like you need to meet right people at the right moment,
Time,
and that's it. Like there are amazing, talented people everywhere,
but no
but
one knows about them.
no one knows about them. Yeah.
This actually also part of this project as well, to bring extraordinary people to show them to the world, um, practically from around China and Guangzhou. But I do believe so. I think there's more, even more than we can imagine, that people that do have talent, that people that you can learn from, and someone just never heard about them. How crazy is that?
And there are so many. Actually, you're absolutely right because there are so many talented people, but sometimes the life don't get them opportunity to shine, or even it's very complicated manner. You just need to. I think I'm a big believer that you need to find the right people that you connect with,
Hmm.
and then you move somewhere.
Yeah, you cannot do it in a bubble. It's actually comes to what you said about outsourcing. I
Hmm.
remember that, and I also believe in it. Like you can do everything alone, no matter what you do. You want to start a podcast or you want to start a business, you can do it just all by yourself.
But
You need,
depends.
but
Uh, uh,
what can you do only purely by yourself? As far as you're not a writer.
Jesus Christ! You even even do you see the label? I
Yeah.
was sketching these deers, and I was like, I just needed to get them to electronic version.
Hmm.
But I think it goes like you need to go through everything by yourself, understand it well, and then just move after you reach the point that you think that you know enough about the
Hmm.
particular industry, then you outsource.
Hmm.
You do it earlier, you lose
Of course.
either money, time, or you work with wrong people.
Yeah, exactly. And I also think, do you think it's also a little bit of luck?
Absolutely. And here's a very interesting thing. There are people that you would never ever expect to change your life. But even like a slight conversation or a couple of words that you have with them, they change your outlook.
Hmm.
That's the reason I think that you need to be out there, you need to be talking to people, you need to meet people, and never ever underestimate people.
Yeah, exactly. I
Because
believe that.
there are people like you cannot even imagine how great they are or talented they are. But sometimes it takes just a little like give them a little attention, listen what they're
Hmm.
saying, and
Sometimes you just say a little hello, and that can change a lot of things.
yeah.
Yeah, I like your point about being out there. And I don't know if I share on the podcast, but actually the whole podcast happened, probably because right people met in the right time as well. I was just sitting in my house
Uh-huh.
thinking, but nothing crazy should happen that night. But I got the feeling that I should go outside. I should meet someone, and
Uh-huh.
that's where I met Adam. We know each other from before, but actually that was the night when I was like, I feel like tonight is the night I should talk to someone, and that's
Absolutely.
that's what happens.
No, I really think that that is right. You never know. Actually, that's the way how I met my life. Oh, life, my wife,
Which is your life.
which is my life right now. Yeah, actually, I remember the first day we met. Since that first day, we are together. It's been almost 11 years. Yeah,
And you married already.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Like I took a while. But the thing is, it got a little bit complicated because that time was COVID.
Mhm.
But we managed.
Any advice to people who are about to get married and they thinking it through?
I what to think about.
What
What to think about?
If
No,
you're
no,
thinking about it, then you're
the,
ready.
the thing is, I don't think that the marriage is necessary per se.
Mhm.
Like it's sometimes like regarding legal issues
Mhm.
that's important, but other than that, I think that like
You think it's too
my life
old-fashioned?
before marriage and after marriage, there's been no change.
Mm. That's what it should come to a lot of people, I believe, as well. Um, I think for some people, just pressure that, because they were dating this person, everything
Uh-huh.
was going good, and then they're getting married, they start living together, everything changed. And I saw a lot of examples actually of
Uh-huh.
people living, they having kids, and they still haven't get married. They just don't want to get obligated. They don't think that it's something you should relate to the government, papers, signing, anything. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we love each other. That's it. That's enough.
The thing is also in Slovakia and Czech Republic, we have a little bit different concept. Like many of the people that I'm surrounded, they've been living together, having kids, and not been officially married. I think it's also a part of the culture.
Hmm.
I don't think it's necessary. Like for me, and with my cultural background, like it's not that crucial. At least the thing of the convenience. Oh, Jesus, my wife will kill me for this. But anyway, I have this kind of opinion, and I can't help it. I love her from the bottom of my heart,
That's the most
and
important.
we've been together for so many years since day one.
Since day one.
Yes, I met her. It was actually like your story with Adam.
You felt like there is a need.
I will get here after 11 years. And, Jay, how are you? Still with Adam? Yes. Still going strong after 11 years. But the thing is, that day, oh Jesus, that was some turmoil in my life. That day, I was officially homeless.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Hard to believe.
yeah, well, okay, maybe second part of the next week. And that day, I understood that I'm screwed. I had no home, no job. There's a Chinese New Year coming in. A couple days, 2 days ago, my at that time Chinese girlfriend told me, Peter, I don't know if I want to be your girlfriend anymore. So I understood that that's over. And that I was in a bus. I remember that day very well. I was in a bus coming to an apartment of the guy that I met a day before, and I explained to him my situation, and he told me,
This is
"Okay,"
complicated.
and he told me, "Okay, you can stay for a couple days." And then my friend, she was a Brazilian dancer. She asked me, like, Peter, Peter, listen, let's go to the club tonight, party. And I was like, maybe it's not
That's
the
what I
right.
should do now.
Yeah, maybe that's not the right thing to do. I wanted to stay at home. I pity myself a little bit, but Peter, party. So I went to the party, and then I see the queen on the stage. My wife, she's a singer. And she was owning the place. She was on a scene right there with two dancers on each side, and she was rocking the club. And then after the performance, my friend, the Brazilian, she brought her to me, a lot like, Peter, this is my friend Denisa. And I remember very well. There was her dancer reaching an arm, and then she was like, "Fuck that! I'm Denisa." So and then basically, the whole night we were talking to each other. Let's put it this way. And in the morning, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. We took a taxi back to the place of the guy that I was staying at, and we decided to drop her on the way at her hotel. And when she was about to close the door, I told her, I want to go with you.
then,
Then I saw, so like her whole life went through her. So, like everything, like is it a psychopath or something?
This guy doesn't
And then,
even have a house.
I remember these 2 seconds, like holding the door, and then like okay. And since then we're together.
Wow, that's a beautiful story. That's a
Yeah.
beautiful story.
And we have one more. Once I stopped the train to meet her.
You stopped the train.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Actually, because it was the first month of our relation. No, first month we were staying together. Basically, I was moving my stuff through my friends.
Mm-hmm. While you were looking for a new place.
Not, I didn't have anything. What I should look for, and it was Chinese New Year, but it was like a real Chinese New Year, not the Chinese New Year like you have right now, like 2 weeks or 10 days. That time it was like solid month.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now it's actually shorter. Yeah, I remember before it was way longer. Yeah.
And then basically daytime I was wondering how to survive, and in the evening I was meeting my girl. It was hard to buy a salad.
Yeah.
Because that was almost all my money that I needed to spend. But anyway, she was great. We were keeping it up. And then because she was a singer, she got here for a contract, and she was traveling different cities. So she's been in Guangzhou for a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then she started to travel different cities. And I told her, like, anytime you will be near, I'm coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like in Maoming. Yeah, Maoming. It was like 6 hours by train. At that time, there was no speed train to go there. And I remember I woke up, took the train, and there was just a little tiny station, and you didn't have like exact location or anything. And I understood that the train didn't stop at that station. I don't know.
You're just gonna pass it.
Yeah, I don't know if you need to report that you want to go out, or I didn't have any idea. But then I got to the guy responsible for the train. No, the guy who's checking the tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I need to stop the train. And he was like, okay. I was like, really?
Seriously?
Okay. Then he took me to the guy. He was some, I don't know, responsible for the train. They were talking. He was like, and he was like, okay. And then,
Confirmed.
of course, I explained like, okay, my girlfriend there, and then I don't know what, and how to explain to them. I need stop
train goes here. Stop.
Actually, that's the fantastic thing about Chinese people. Like they have enough emotional intelligence. Like you don't even need to explain. They feel.
Yeah, they feel it.
They feel. But sometimes they don't want to feel. But that's another story. But that particular guy, he understood. No words.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And then he stopped the train. It still took me like 40 minutes to get to her.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be better like 3 hours.
Yeah, of course. But that's amazing. Yeah, that's when you're putting some effort in the relationship, right?
Yeah. So and then her contract was about to finish, and I told her like why you need to finish? Just find another spot where you can work, and it will be easy for you.
Yeah, those stories, you see, they. I met a lot of people who've been together for many, many years, but nothing happened between them. You see, all of our relationship, not only in terms of love relationship, friendship as well, business relationship, it's all about our mutual experience and the things we went through. I know couples who've been living together for 5 and 10 years, but they never travel. No one ever stopped the train for each other. Nothing happened. You ask them what's up, and they just, we are together, but nothing is happening. They don't really even know each other. It's about the time and effort that you actually put it into this thing that you two have, and that's where your memory builds, and that's where you're getting attached to it.
Absolutely.
And I believe always, even though I'm not married, I don't want to give any advices or anything, but I think when I will, marry a friend. You don't know what's going to happen with your love or whatever, but the friend you always can spend time with. You're always going to be happy spending time and just enjoying being time with your friend.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think my wife She made a major impact on my life because she's not only my wife, she's my lover.
Mm-hmm.
She's my inspiration. She's a very talented singer. She's just great, and she inspired me to move on. Well, for example, when I saw her singing, after a couple of years, I decided maybe listen, I want to sing too, but I'm not gonna sing. I'm gonna rap. And she said like, honey, take it easy.
Yeah.
Like
It's
you,
just the face.
yeah, you do business and stuff that you do, and it no, I want.
Wait, is that the music on Spotify you told me about?
Actually, on Spotify, it's going. It's go like the most important thing. I make music, a lot of
Okay.
music, and I'm just waiting. One of the actually all of the music that I have, I use for the videos that I post.
Okay, okay. But wait, are you singing? Are you rapping? Or
Rapping.
You're rapping.
You can check it online.
It is unbelievable. I can imagine this guy in this suit.
No,
rap.
and the thing is, my wife told me like, Peter, you don't need that. You don't want to do that. And I said, I want. And then I did the lyrics.
Yeah.
And then my wife helped me with composing the music. She did
The beats. And
I'm a good manager. I don't know how to make music.
Outsource it. Yeah.
Outsource it, and then tell people how they screw and make and let them make it again. And then actually beat was there. Then we got to the studio, and after recording it, she get to me and she was like, that was good. When do we do the music video? And I was like, you just told me that you don't want to be associated with my music, and now you want to
make clips.
And the thing is, and the music video, how we did, very.
You also have a clip.
Of course.
That's
and the thing is, that time
that's unbelievable.
That time we were in Moscow, and we were walk passing Bolshoi Theater. On the way to Red Square, because my wife, that day she had nearby, she had some performance, and we were on the way there, and I told her like, would I imagine like I want a big piano in an empty theater, and I'll be rapping and playing on the piano, and
just a modern type rap,
and you will do like opera style singing, and she was like, and where do you want to do that? Like, here, Bolshoi Theater. And she said like, but that will be expensive. And I told her, she knows that I don't want to spend money on this. And then I told her, I'm gonna have it, and I will pay nothing for that. Zero.
Don't
Zero.
Tell me that you made it in Bolshoi Theater.
The same day. The same day we met the guy that she was performing with. He's also a musician and sax player and piano player. And it was fresh idea, so I told him, I shared with him, and he said like, we can do that. Like, what do you mean? I'm a manager of the theater. But not Bolshoi Theater as you want, but a little theater in close to Moscow. It's a big one. Is it okay for you? Of course it's okay, but okay. Now, money. How much?
Deal. Yeah, how it's gonna work?
Like, what do you mean? How much? What do you mean? How much?
We're a growing project. We just started.
No. He told me. What do you mean? How much?
Oh,
not me telling him. Like, what do you mean? I'm not gonna take any money from you. You just pay like $10 to the guy who's responsible for the lights. That's it. Are you joking? And then I look at my wife. You see, and we did. And the outcome is right over there on it's called One Way.
One Way?
By Peter Lisicky featuring Denisa.
You're calling the rap your rap alter ego also.
No. The thing is, it needs to stick to the same branding, because
exactly.
I put my name on everything because, but sometimes people they get confused.
Yeah, when they start looking and searching you up.
Yeah. And I had that thing. Also, I'm an artist. I got a project. It's a collage project.
Yeah.
It's called Wine and a Pussy.
Yeah.
Wine and a Pussycat,
Okay,
to be precise.
Yeah, okay.
And I've been 2 weeks ago. I've been to Japan, and I attended this exhibition. It was representing Slovakia, like great products from Slovakia. They've been promoted at the Food exhibition in Tokyo. An ambassador came to me to ask me, like, he did it because he had to, like, he stopped by to every company, asked them how is the exhibition and so on. And meanwhile, I was talking to his wife, let her hooked up for my art and everything. And the thing is, he didn't know about the wine and the pussy. And then Peter, please wait. We will get the ambassador of Cyprus and ambassador of Slovenia. We will drink some of your wine. Yeah, and then I use this opportunity because I print out. My art is usually very big. It's like 1.5 meter and 1 meter. It's like a big painting, collage. Let's put it this way. And I made the small ones. So I let all the ambassadors.
Small is the same copies? Or just small pictures?
Same copy, just a small
parts of
size.
it.
Yeah, and the thing, he brought all the ambassador. I let them. They were expecting to get the drink, but I want my art to be at the Slovakian embassy in Tokyo because I want to promote. And the thing is, not only my art but also my country. Because I love my country.
Great representative, right?
But my art too. but the thing is, they got there in expectation to get the wine, and I was like, before we start to drink, let me introduce you my my art, my collages. It's called Wine and the Pussy. And then I saw death in ambassador's eye.
No way, this guy.
And then, but the thing is, it just sounds very very shocking and
That's
vulgar.
catch, right.
But the thing is, it has a deeper meaning. We will talk next time about the deeper meaning. But then I saw.
Wait, but now I want to know about the deeper meaning of it.
Yeah, we get to that. We get to that. Then I saw the ambassador and his wife. She was like, Peter, maybe you will give us some wine now. And I was like, yes, we will do. But after I show you, maybe this pussy. but no, it has deeper meaning because that brings me to another thing. When there was COVID, we spent 1.5 years in Thailand, and I had that kind of thing that every day I needed to start very productive. So I was creating these collages, implementing my wine, some scenery, and the cat. Long story short, it became 3 years project. Every day posting one of these things to make myself motivated. Let's put it this way. And that's how we ended up. And I already had 2 exhibitions in Beijing.
Are you gonna tell us what's the meaning behind the pussy?
So basically, it's. I need to show you. I need to show you on a picture.
Oh,
it would be better because each picture each collage tells the story, and it's the best if you have
Can I find it on your page?
It was a long time ago.
We put in the video. Okay. We put in the video. Great idea. Yeah, you can tell us. We're gonna.
Okay. Okay. So there's one very interesting. There's a picture of my wine, 2 bottles, 1 cat. On the right side. Right side. Yeah. Right side. You have a big volcano, and then on the other side you have a diamond and a little lemon down there.
Okay.
And basically,
that's a nice
basically it's
combination of things.
It serves, it has a deeper meaning because that's the only one where you can find 2 bottles of wine. It's very hard to describe, but it's a collage with 2 bottles. I have over. So it looks. I have almost 1,000 because I did it for 3 years. And that's the only one which has 2 bottles.
2 bottles.
And I called that, particular piece "love." There's also written like a big letters "love," and it has a deeper meaning in that sense that for love you always need 2, and the love from the start is like a volcano. It's very, very passionate, eruptive. It also has a sexual context. because it's also related to the love, like sexuality and love. It's very, very important, especially when you start your
Of
relationship.
course, yeah.
And then after time,
It's getting
uh,
sour.
it's getting sour like a lemon. Yeah, you're getting it. You're smart. Or it gets hardened
Oh, like
like
a
a
diamond.
diamond.
Right, exactly. Hard like a
Yeah,
diamond.
and basically, I have almost 1,000 of these collages with a similar stories behind it.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's the good times from COVID, right? Everyone find their new passions
And
and how
actually,
to develop them.
it was very interesting because I was in Bauding in it was like 2 years ago, Bauding, and there's been exhibition about EV, not exhibition. They were searching for an expert for EV industry, and that time I was doing EV exports to Slovakia. And I also had the friends from government. They recommend me as a specialist. So I had my uh, like a short speech, and there was a column with the expert when I was replying the questions from the other experts from the industry. I started to predict how it evolves, and there was one guy from Serbia, and his name is Paul, and he's doing this thing. He's a creator of the exhibitions in Beijing. It's called Art Talks, and we already did 2 exhibitions
He
together.
put your works in there as well.
Yeah. And that's the interesting thing, similar like yours, because he never. We met for a first time. He didn't even know who am I. I told her about my collages. He said like, fantastic, we will do. Like, what do you mean we will do? Like, when you will be next time in Beijing? Like in a month? Okay, we will do next month. But you don't even know if it's gonna work or not. You're okay.
You're okay, yeah. But that's good. Grab an opportunity. That's what I
And
also like
same
about
like
people.
with you.
Yeah.
We've been. I told you I will be repeating myself, but we've been together last week. You told me, yeah, we know each other for a long time. I saw you, yeah. Let's do this, and I said, yes, of course
Yeah,
we
and
do.
you said I want to try. I was
And
like, yeah.
then you showed me the stand-up comedy,
Right,
and I was like, of course,
yeah.
stand up,
But
stand
now
up.
I understand more why. Because
Yeah.
now when you tell me that you're doing rap, you're drawing, you're an artistic person, right? That's why the stand-up fits perfectly. Now it's the picture even got more complete for me.
Yeah, I think, but
Yeah.
I didn't know that other people they have that kind of perception.
Mm.
Yeah, because no, the thing is, I'm trying to do. Yeah, I got that kind of philosophy that I can do some stuff, and I have so far I have resources, I have a time, so why not?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And sometimes just to try, even though you're not gonna become professional comedian or professional painter, it still makes your life so interesting. Makes you meet
No,
new
we are
people.
doing it only to become
To become
professional
professional
and monetize it and get some money. Other way, it will be.
You're not gonna.
No, but on the other hand, like it leads to, because before we were talking about people that we are meeting, and the thing is also the way how you meet
Interesting people.
like the thing you never you could hardly imagine like these kind of small things. They can build up and they can do huge
Yeah.
thing at the end, and
Exactly.
I don't even know where it goes.
Yeah. Actually, that's one of the last things I want to talk to you about. Is so for those who don't know, Peter had his first stand-up performance.
Yeah.
It was absolute blast and amazing. And I want to ask you how you feel about it. How you feel about comedy scene in China? Was it something you were thinking they're gonna look like that, or it was more than your expectations?
Firstly, I didn't even know that there's any like a comedy, comedy. No, how do they like?
Stand-up, yeah, stand-up comedy.
No, like a stand-up culture here.
Uh-huh.
I never heard of.
Because we're developing it. We are the stand-up
Yeah.
culture right now.
And actually, because I always had that image in my, because my, let's put it this way, my wife, she's usually following these comedians. Like every time she's at home, I always hear that she's watching something. And I was like, okay, I saw, it's okay.
Mhm.
Why not? I can do too. And she said, like, you can do. That you never do with me.
Exactly.
You,
Yeah. You don't want to test it. You
this,
don't want to test it.
you don't want to test me this way. And the thing is, then we had the talk, and you told me that you are doing this, and you told me, "Do you want to do?" And I say yes, but I didn't expect that we will do. So the thing is, and I took it like I put some effort. I was thinking about some interesting stuff that
Yeah,
happened
you
to
actually
me.
got prepared. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You got prepared in like 3 days or something.
Actually, the thing is, we were talking about the talent
Hard work.
and hard work. I think people always need to be prepared. Like
Yeah, do your homework.
yeah, exactly. Many people that are complaining about education. That Jesus, why do we need school? Why do we need universities and these? But think from another perspective. Like, if you cannot do high school or university, how do you expect
Mhm.
to do? Because basically, that it's like just do the basic tasks,
Mhm.
fulfill it, you get the A's. Like, if that thing is too hard for you,
How do you
what?
expect to manage life?
Yeah. Why do you get the impression that the life will be
Easier.
any easier? Like,
I also have a feeling that universities most likely, as far as we're not talking about Howard or like professional, it's very specific universities. The biggest thing they do, they teach you how to learn. They teach you how to keep learning. So when you out of the university, you
mhm,
in your workforce, or you just outside here in the city in the wild, you keep learning and you keep, getting things to your mind so you can adjust and you
mhm,
can implement this in your life as well. Because yeah, after finishing high school, life is complicated. I mean, even the more you grow, the more you
mhm.
progress, the life gets more complicated as well. So you need to learn.
Actually, for me, university was easy. I didn't find it very difficult. And actually, I excel. I was doing very good. I ended up with I got the dean award for the best master study or something like that. So I was pretty delighted. But other
Yeah,
than that,
that's what helps you a lot. And talking about comedy as well, we talked about controlling the crowd. That's a skill that you can use not only in comedy but also in real life and business. It helps you to feel people, helps you to see how far can you go, what can you say, where they're looking, are they interested, are they
uh-huh.
paying attention, are they looking at their phone, and that's a valuable skill. I think that helps you to manage
Actually,
teams and
uh-huh.
even in the company, just with friends. Sometimes you
Actually,
just feel it.
I've noticed also at the stand up yesterday there were different people. Some of them they were just hilarious.
Mhm.
Especially that guy with the glasses and longer hair.
Yes, Sean.
Sha,
He will
sha,
be so happy. Look,
la-
look, I'm gonna stop you just for a
yeah.
second. Just to before you continue, you
Uh-huh.
have to understand one thing. Sean is the first stand-up
Uh-huh.
comedian in Guangdong.
Really.
He's been doing comedy for whatever 20 something years,
Uh-huh.
and he has 4 documentaries about him.
Really.
Just so you know, Elon Musk has 3. So
The thing
this guy
is,
has 4.
the thing is, it was an experience really because the the thing that I didn't understand, like, okay, firstly, it was something new, but like some of these guys, either they are for real
Yeah.
or or they are completely like lost. But then and Sean, he was that kind of person.
Yeah.
Like I was either he's a genius or
Or
he's here
he's an
first time.
idiot.
But it was amazing. Also, I understood that it's a lot of shit talk.
Yeah, of course,
I
of course.
understand when it's related
Yeah.
to shit. You will bleep it out.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. When it's related to excrements.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was topic for so many people, and
Yeah.
of course, sex.
Yeah, that's
Now,
that's
that
what our club actually famous for is. But here, let me tell you
uh-huh,
something. These topics they come actually not from professionalism because
uh-huh,
when you knew
uh-huh,
what's the first thing that can grip people attention? Sex, dicks, and all the kind of things, right? So that's what makes people, oh, well, someone is talking about that kind of stuff, so they paying more
uh-huh,
attention. Something that's like it's cheating. It's to something that you can grip people's attention fast.
uh-huh,
The thing is, if you're a professional, you still can joke about it, right?
uh-huh,
In whatever manner. But to take a very ordinary topic of like normal life,
uh-huh,
how you're doing, whatever, like my wife, my life, my
uh-huh.
kids, that's way more complicated than to joke about those things. But yeah, it comes with the time. It comes with time.
Because I have couple scenarios coming into it. And then after I see these guys, I said like, okay, I'll use some of these stuff because yeah, it was interesting. Definitely an experience. Definitely many talented people, and I also saw that some of you also like your stand up. Very good, very structural, very technical, and right on spot.
Yeah,
Uh, uh,
that's where the hard work is coming in. Because that set you heard, it's not the first time. Not like the first time. There is some new jokes I'm trying to put inside of it, so to
uh-huh,
test them, so it doesn't look like I'm just saying like some
mhm,
new things that I never told before and it doesn't hit, and then I said the best thing in the end. So I'm mixing it all together. So there were some new stuff, but yeah, it's just 20 or 30 times of me saying it over and over
mhm.
again, watching the video, see, change the intonation here, change this word. Sometimes you're changing one word, and it's completely changing everything because people it's happening actually pretty fast. Like when you're watching it, for you it sounds very normal, but when you're there, you're in the moment, you cannot just stop and think about something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You
yeah.
have to go straight away. And if you forget a word, people will get a completely different picture, right? Let's say you're describing a situation, how you got lost in Serbia, right? The shepherd and something like that. If you forget to mention something, it's you have this story, but
Uh-huh.
people not gonna have that picture in their head, so they can completely be lost. So yeah, that's just practice
Also,
over
I
and
saw
over.
I saw different levels of variety and complexity. Also, very interesting was that lady, that girl, which used to study in England.
Oh yeah,
That that
yeah, yeah.
that, that was
My
very,
comedian companions, and then they have a
yeah,
sexual intercourse.
yeah,
And I ask her, she really talks like that. That's the way she really use English. Like that's how she communicates. That's
because
amazing.
she's British.
Exactly, she's British.
She's
Yeah.
British.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. It was great fun. And
Oh, about British accent. My wife is struggling with British accent,
okay.
and once we've been in a room, that there was American, Brit. He was from England, from Liverpool.
Oh,
Uh,
that's a
then
hard.
then
That's a
I
heavy
then
lifting.
Irish guy and South Africa.
Okay.
And basically, like, I was interpreting for her
Hmm.
what those guys said.
Saying yeah. Have you seen that Trump has an Indian English to English translator? Because Trump very bad at
Uh-huh.
understanding a
Yeah,
broken
yeah, yeah,
Indian.
yeah.
Yeah, and he
I
has an
saw
Indian
that.
dude
I
who
saw.
translates from English to English for him.
Could be. Could I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, yeah. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
the accents can be tough. Yeah, if you don't hear it many times, and if you not haven't lived in that environment, that can be tough. Yeah, that can be tough.
But yeah, that's the thing. I don't judge him. Like he
Yeah.
couldn't really understand.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be very, very easily understandable. And just one last one thing coming to the comedy, that's the accents is also the thing. If you
Uh-huh.
mention the thing with Sean, he has beautiful jokes, but his
Uh-huh.
English is just the worst. He's been doing comedy in like Cantonese and Chinese for like 14 years, and that's
Uh-huh.
only now when he started doing it in English. He never spoke English before that.
He was hilarious. He was talking, and in the middle, I forget.
It's actually his thing. Like he's like, oh, do you understand my English? And then no one like, no. He's like, what can I do? Like, what can I do? You don't. One day
Uh-huh.
we were doing a workshop and we found a girl. She's new. Like
Mhm.
you have to understand that Sean, he has 200 pages of jokes.
Uh-huh.
There's one day we took his iPad, we were just scrolling it like this, and then stop, read any line, kills it, any line.
Yeah.
And then there was this girl who just started, zero. She has nothing. She wrote a lot of stories about relationship, but it's not. No one is laughing about it. But she has perfect English.
Uh-huh.
So I was thinking maybe those two should go together.
Uh.
So so what happened is we put them together, and Sean was telling the jokes and she was just repeating it in her English. It was so good. It was she left to America, unfortunately, but this couple worked. That couple
Really?
worked. Yeah, it was so
Okay,
funny.
I would go for that one.
That was
I would
good.
go.
That was good. Should we go to Say It Fast? Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. So, that was fun. I'm gonna take the last 1 minute of your time.
Uh-huh.
The last thing we do here, called Say It Fast.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you a series of random questions. Some of them related to geography, math, personal. Some of them yes or no questions. It's just
Okay.
10 of them. I'm gonna ask as fast as possible. You need to give me the first answer that comes to your head without any thinking.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
You ready?
Well, let's go for it.
One good friend or $1 million?
One good friend.
Should a woman pay on the first date if she's the one who invite you?
Always pay.
Why the grass is green?
Chlorophyll.
What is the capital of the United States?
Washington, D.C.
How old will you be in 2054?
24.
One country that you never would like to visit.
Come again?
One country that you would never like to visit. Fast?
Don't know.
Fast?
Don't know.
Have you ever dated two girls at the same time?
Could be. I don't remember.
Who wrote Harry Potter?
J.K. Rowling.
Do you believe that people were on the moon?
Of course they did.
And the last one. This one you can take slow. What's the purpose of life?
Jesus, I'm gonna cry. The thing is, when you will be there at the end, like just make sure it was worthy.
That's a beautiful way to put it. I believe so as well. Peter, thank you for this amazing
Cheers.
conversation. It was wonderful. Thank you.
Rolling. Thank you.
Good.